of discussion, and this discussion is going to be on storyboarding your life and setting it up in a way that you become the master storyteller. And so I'll give some history on storyboarding, um, and where that idea comes from, and just how deep you can go with this, even in just in practice right now, just to begin to shift your thinking up, especially if you're in a rough patch, or if you're in a change of at a change of pace, or you're like switching lanes a little bit in life. um, you can use this method to get some clarity. Now, storyboarding, or at least the one that I'm talking about, comes from pretty much the tech world when you're talking about the user experience or the user interface, and design. It's a design term. And so within storyboarding, I know I don't have any fancy slides or anything, but just bear with me. Take notes if I would say take notes for sure. Um, but storyboarding, one, it comes from that uh, software development background where you're trying to create a unique, beautiful user experience. Um, but you also have within storyboarding um, simplicity. It's a simplicity. If you could think about like a kid, if you could think about like a kid's comic book, it's gonna be even more simpler, more is that ultra simpler. I'll say that ultra simpler than an adult book, or something a little bit more grown up. It's just a simple story. You have scene one, scene two, scene three, and so on. And you have your setting, you have your scene and your setting. What's taking place right now is, I'm on the top of a mountain, and I'm trying to get down, to the bottom, because I'm going to end up having to come back up, to retrieve something, but I have to go back down at the bottom of the mountain first. Like, it's just like you can create any type of story you want, and that's the cool thing about storyboarding. But when we're talking about a person's life, I mean, really, you can. That's the point of it. You can create your story, and you can have that depth. And I like to look at it like this. I like this perspective, and this is my own perspective on the user experience, or UX design. UX design, when it comes to your own personal life, something that I do personally is, it's the simplest way to get down on paper what you want and to gain clarity. You can gain clarity in like seconds by just taking a pen and a paper, or a pencil, whatever you want to write with, and go scene one. This is maybe even my problem. This is my problem in this scene. So start off with your problem, in the first scene, and draw it as simply, and right underneath it, explain in maybe a sentence. Okay, how, whatever the problem is. So my problem is, well, I would say, let's say common problems in the world. Hey, I need to train my dog. My dog is untrainable, or I need more money, whatever. These are common problems that people face. Um, and so, for you, for example, put down your most common problem in that first scene, and go scene one and simplify it. Draw it. If you can't draw stick figures. It's okay. I'm sure it'll still look cool. Draw it in like a box. Put it in a box as your first scene. Draw yourself with this problem, and then go to the next scene. You're searching for a solution. You can look up user experience, um, style design on YouTube, obviously, but I'm going to give you, this is just the basics of it so that you can do it right now. And then you can go in depth and understand. You don't want to bring complexity into any of this, because it's meant for you to get things out of your head and onto paper. That's the simplest thing that you can do is get that pencil and paper and begin to just write. and do it how I'm saying it right now, because you're gonna see that, man. Okay, um, this isn't so complex. Now for scene one, that's going to be your problem. Scene two, we're gonna go on a hunt. We're gonna go on a hunt for our solution. We're gonna start to think about, okay, well, is my solution on my phone? Is it, you know, me going to, search for, like I use the example of a dog, needing to be trained. My dog is pooping everywhere and it needs to be trained. Okay, cool. Now I go on my hunt. I go on my search for somebody who can help me train this dog. All right, boom. I found somebody. All right, that's probably going to be more like scene three. I found somebody. All right, is this a good fit? All right, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Look at that resume. Is it a good fit? If it is, you proceed to the next step. So now you see how I just guided it from, we have a problem. It's a problem that you have. So your dog, you need to get your dog training. All right, cool. Hey, how's it going? So you need to get your dog training. All right, that's scene one. Dog is misbehaving. You need to get it trained, and you're moving through these steps. Now, within these steps, you're gonna begin to see it take shape right on paper in the most simplistic way. Now, the layers to this, and the simplicity of this, to incorporate into your life, to be able to incorporate this into your life in a way that's visual. It's like pretty much drawing out your calendar. You're saying, man, I got, if you've ever written in your calendar, that things can get really confusing really quickly. But whenever you take the big ideas, I'm talking about the big stuff that really matters, the things that you want to get the needle moving on. Okay, that it just you can think of that one big thing, or maybe it's two, maybe it's several. But when you whittle it down to the one biggest thing that you really want to happen, and you storyboard it, you're gonna see results little by little, and it takes it just, you have to get started, but it will happen slowly and begin to iterate, meaning begin to just improve. Okay, I created a storyboard with 6 scenes in it. That's all you need. You do 6 scenes, all the way from problem to solution. You're happy now. You had your problem. You went through your steps, and now you have a solution. And that's going to be where you say you have those contemplative aha moments. Okay, now I can go back and I can loop back around and iterate. Okay, is that the best way? Is this the best way to get my desired outcome, or is there some other way to get this outcome? Did it work whenever I practiced it in the real world? Did it actually work? Now that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest hurdle, and that's what makes things like this. That's where we overcomplicate it. It's by the overcomplication really comes in, and it comes through inaction. So a lack of action creates the complication, because you're not going out and practicing the things with the steps. So you have the steps, but you have to practice them little by little. It's the same way. um, if, let's say, you're trying to work on your physical body, the biggest thing that we like to do is we go into a workout, and we all do this. We're feeling it. We go in. I'm feeling good today. I'm gonna go lift, 250 pounds on bench. I'm gonna go. I don't even lift bench like that. I'm more body weight. You can see this on my page. This is something I'm talking about right now, but I like a lot of body weight exercise. So, anyways, let's bring it back down to push-ups. Let's say push-ups, for example. I know, everybody knows you can do 100 push-ups easy, no problem. All right, I'm gonna go do 100 push-ups right now. I'm gonna knock them out. I'll be done with them in no time. The problem that we have is we don't take the baby steps. Even though you're very capable, we're all capable of. I can write out 5 storyboards right now. Okay, that's the easy part. That's actually the easy part. It's not hard to do. You're drawing, you're making notes, and that's pretty much it. You're using your imagination to create something. Now, the hard part is taking one storyboard and going step by step, baby steps. Yeah. Now, going step by step and actually implementing on those steps. That's the hard part. So, for example, gold and silver, he wants to comment, but see, people like that, it's all right. Look, the people that are in that want to come to this chat and want to grow, man, you're in the right place. I think that you can learn a lot. Like and subscribe if that's you. So, um, we're gonna go back to the push-ups example. Whenever you work in baby steps, you say, hey, instead of doing, yeah, I know I can do those 100, but I'm gonna knock it down a bit so that I can increase my ability to come back the next day and the next day and the next day. So today I'm gonna do 25 push-ups, and I'm just using numbers. I'm gonna do one set of 25 to build that consistency, because a lot of times it's the consistency. Or let's say you're consistent in one area, but you're not consistent in other areas that really matter to you. So that's the opposite thing. So let's say I'm a consistent. I work out every day. I'm doing what I have to do, but there's a lack of consistency in an area, and nobody is above this. I don't care who you are. Everybody has this. Whether it's consistency in relationships, whether it's consistency at work or family, everybody has something where there needs to be some shift in their focus, and to the things that really matter to you. Um and and it's going to take little steps daily. So, hey, I don't feel like doing push-ups today, man. All right, well, I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna do 5. I know I can. I'm gonna knock out 5, and I'm gonna be laughing at myself at the end of it, because that's just freaking weak. Like, right? All right, I'm gonna do 5, and I'm gonna have self-control, because that's what I have to do. I'm gonna have self-control. I'm not gonna do any more. You know what? That pissed me off. I only did 5 push-ups today. Got it. Tomorrow I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do better than that. I'm gonna do 6. Next day I'm going to come back and I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to do 7, and so on. And then you build the repetition where that problem in your mind is no longer a problem of whether I'm going to do it. It's that's kind of like way out of reach. It's like, what's the next level? What is the next level? How good can I actually get? What is next, and how much better can I get? And yeah, I think that's what I want to leave this conversation off with. And I love this session right now. And speaking of consistency, yeah, this is it. What I'm gonna do is just show you guys my storyboarding stuff. At some point, I'm not gonna make any promises, but you got to see it. And to see it is better than just, you know, it's good to hear it and to understand it, me speaking about it, but it's also good to see it in action so you can see the steps. So like and subscribe so that you can see those steps. All right, guys, peace.